Renzi, when we think about Kosovo and 30 years ago, you had a war there. And that
Yes.
was something that took the attention of the entire world. And that was something that was related to disinformation somehow by that time, at
Sure.
least from there to the world. How, when you think about Kosovo nowadays, what kind of, what comes up in your mind when you think about disinformation? What's the main thing there?
Alex, very often in the last maybe 2 to 3 years, we have heard of the notion hybrid warfare. And I think this term or this notion was mostly used during the war in Kosovo. It came up, information warfare as a notion came up as a notion during the Kosovo war because it was really the race of internet, of I won't say social media because it was 1997, 98, and so on, but internet made it possible to the people, like even from the rural areas, to get involved into like spreading information and also misinformation. This was a battle between like two countries who will win the public opinion and who will win it for their own good. And of course, there was also propaganda and misinformation. But the reality in which we live shows that the war that we did was the right war. And of course, both sides have used information for their own. And even it was said, like in the Jimmy Shea, the spokesperson of
Mhm.
NATO, in his book, uh, and also the Wesley Clark's book, Wagging a Modern War, they state that the journalism that was done back then was a journalism, or how they portray the journalism doing themselves. So do it yourself journalism because there was no time for fact checking. There was no time for like uh, getting to accurate information. People were just getting the information and put it out there. So the all information that were in disposal were put out there, and very often there was a clash of information and data. But I think that both of the sides they use information and they use disinformation. When I see it from nowadays perspective, I think that as a young country, but country of a young population, because we are the youngest population in Europe. 60% of our inhabitants are between age of 25 to 45. So these people are very digital literate. So they use the technologies, they use the information. That comes as a package. When you are digital literate, then you use information, but at the same time you might spread also
Yeah.
disinformation unconsciously very often. But I saw that as an opportunity for Kosovo because we were a small country and we have raised our flag only through like internet and media and social media and information because there were nothing big out there. We were even as a territory or as a population, we are only 1.5 million inhabitants according to the last census in Kosovo. So only through this kind of information we got to raise our flag and tell the world what was happening.
Are you a pessimistic or optimistic person when you think about counter disinformation in Kosovo?
I'm very optimistic. I do see like technological developments as very optimistic ones. I'm in favor of Marshall McLuhan that technology is an extension of man, and I do think that in the future we're gonna have like other technological developments that are gonna serve the humanity. So I'm always optimistic,
So
and I
technology can solve the problems that It created itself.
I don't
Also.
yeah,
Mhm.
also, but I'm always in favor to see the bright side of the story,
Yeah.
and I'm not pessimistic in sense of like seeing technology as something who is like destroying the mankind, because I think that media has developed through the development of the humankind and human history. So these things are going to go always parallel, and these are going to help each other always. So I am optimistic. I think that in the near future we're going to be able to communicate through holograms, and so see how this has changed our like perception of the world. Us too, we will never meet another
Yeah.
constellation if it wasn't the pandemics, if it
The,
wasn't the online
yeah.
webinars. So see, from really two sides of a very end, two sides end of the world,
Yeah.
we got to get to meet in
Yeah.
Helsinki in Finland. And I think this is the good thing about the humanity, about this world.
Thanks for your generosity with that. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for this.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
It was so
Lovely.
nice.